Alderman Patterson.
Thank you very much indeed, Deputy Lord Mayor. I think with your indulgence you will allow me to attire myself in my Linfield scarf, specifically for this occasion. Deputy Lord Mayor, members of Council, on the switchboard at Linfield Football Club for 5.5 years. And she was frightened of him whenever she first started the role. And she said, you know, Ruth, I need never have been.
Point of order,
because
just a brief point I'd like to make. What I would like to wish David Jeffrey as well. I'm just wondering, is it appropriate for a member to be wearing a football scarf in this house? I've just had a bit of time.
There's two. Okay, firstly, Nick, go ahead.
Just to finish off, that we do have workplace legislation which prohibits the wearing of football regalia in the state.
Well,
the member here has a track record.
Okay.
This is the second scarf is worn.
Councillor McVeigh, please resume your seat. Firstly, a point of order should be addressed to the Deputy Lord Mayor, because that's my title, not Deputy Mayor. And secondly, there is no provision inside the standing orders for me to advise councillors on what they can or cannot wear in the council chamber. Alderman Patterson, I have made a ruling.
Can we ask the advice of our legal officer, please?
I have made a ruling from the chair, and I'm asking you to respect my authority from the chair.
I am respectfully requesting that you consult with the legal officer in this respect.
I have the standing orders in front of me, and the standing orders are
clear. Are you refusing to consult with the legal officer?
I'm asking you to resume your seat.
Are you refusing?
I'm asking you to resume your seat.
No, I know you are, but are you refusing?
Well, then do it. If you have any respect for the chair...
It was as simple as that what happened years ago.
If you have any respect for the chair, you'll resume your seat.
Well, would you at least consult with the legal officer in this respect?
Alderman Patterson's remarks will be finished, and the motion will be voted on. And once the council is over, if you wish to speak to the legal officer about the position, you're at perfect liberty to do so. I am refusing to continue a conversation any further with you. Resume your seat.
Why would that be?
Because I have made my ruling from the chair.
I am requesting you to speak.
And I am declining your request. I am declining your request and ordering you now to resume your seat.
You cannot order me to sit.
Yes, I can, because I'm chairing this meeting.
I can choose to ignore your order.
No, you can't.
If you're ignoring
no, you can't, because I'm chairing the meeting. I'm chairing the meeting, Councillor McVeigh. Councillor McVeigh, the member will no longer be heard in this chamber, and if he continues in this vein, he'll be asked to withdraw. The rules of the council are clear about how people... The rules of the council... Sit down and stop acting like a child. Sit down and stop acting like a petulant child. The rules of the council are clear as to how members are to conduct themselves in a meeting. The rules of the council are clear. No, it is not.
Well, I would like you to.
No, I will not. I'm instructing you to resume your seat. This is outrageous behaviour from any member of the council. When there were other members, when members of your party occupied this chair, I afforded them the respect. I afforded them the respect to abide by the rulings that were issued by the chair. I am asking you for the fourth time to resume your seat and cease disrupting the business of this council, Councillor McVeigh. I am asking you for the fifth time to resume your seat and cease disrupting the business of this council.
And I will reply to
your behaviour is childish and disrespectful to the chair. Now I'm asking you for the sixth time now to resume your seat.
Is it not a reasonable request that you consult with the Chief Executive?
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Why is it not?
Because I'm chairing the meeting.
Yeah.
And I ask you to respect, you may not respect me as a person, but respect the authority of the chair. Behave with a bit of respect and decorum. You're a group leader, man, for goodness sake. Show the chair a bit of respect. And behave, my title is Deputy Lord Mayor. Now behave like a respectable member of the council and not like a petulant child. This is outrageous behaviour, Councillor McVeigh.
Just be quiet for a moment.
No, don't instruct me to be quiet. How dare you address me in that manner?
We have a member here.
The member, you are behaving like this chamber. Are you actually, just one second, Alderman Patterson.
Member of Sinn Féin taking photographs at this moment in the chamber.
You're challenging the authority of the chair to make a ruling. I have made a ruling on this matter. No, I am not prepared to continue in this. Are you happy that you have turned a meeting of Belfast City Council into a circus? You should resume your seat and cease behaving like a child.
What is surprising, Deputy Mayor?
Deputy, again, you show your utter lack of respect. Again, you show your utter lack of respect and basic manners by refusing to refer to me by the correct title.
I'll let you finish.
You are showing utter disrespect to the Chair, but firstly by refusing to accept the rulings of the Chair, secondly by refusing to refer to me by the proper title which I hold by dint of the will of this Council. Now, your behaviour this evening is beneath that expected by a member of the Council. You should resume your seat.
No.
You should resume your seat. The Chair has given you a ruling.
Well, I am requesting you to turn to your right and ask the Chief Executive, and if he confirms what you believe to be the case...
The Chair has given you a ruling. If you wish to speak to the Chief Executive after the Council, how long do you intend to... Councillor McVeigh, how long do you intend to continue to hold up the business of this Council?
As long as you are prepared to deny me. Right. Speak to the Chief Executive.
I would refer the member to the ruling in Standing Orders, ruling 32, in the Standing Orders, which says, the ruling of the Lord Mayor or Chairman upon all questions of order and of matters arising in debate shall be final and shall not be open to discussion. Resume your seat.
Well, that does not allow you or anyone else the right.
Shall I read you the rule again, or shall you resume the seat and cease behaving like a child? Shall I read you the rule again, or shall you resume your seat?
Basic legislation.
I am ordering you to resume your seat.
And I am choosing to ignore
the rules of you are choosing to defy the ruling of the Chair. You are choosing to defy the ruling of the Chair of the Council.
The advice of the Chief Executive.
The Chief Executive has passed me a copy of Standing Orders which state the ruling of the Lord Mayor or Chairman upon all questions of order and of matters arising in debate shall be final and shall not be open to discussion.
We also have legislation in this part of the country which prohibits the wearing.
You are demeaning this Council and you're demeaning yourself by this performance.
And flags.
You demean yourself by this performance.
And I would like advice from the Chief Executive
the way in which
and the legal officer as that.
The way in which you're behaving demeans yourself and is beneath the standard of rules. Is beneath the standard of rules that are outlined in the Standing Orders of this Council.
It means
You know what the rules of the Council are.
Yep.
You have a copy of the Standing Orders. I have at least 7 or 8 times now requested that you should resume your seat. This performance will do nothing but, excuse me just 1 second.
I will stand aside
This performance will do nothing but expose this Council to ridicule, and you, a leader of a group in the City Hall, should be thoroughly ashamed of the way in which you have behaved this evening. You should abide by the rulings of the Chair. I, as a member of the DUP, when there were previous members of your party in this chair, abided by their rulings, and you have chosen not to. And now you behave in utter contempt. You treat me with contempt, you treat the office that I hold with contempt, and you treat this Council with contempt. And if you were any sort of a public representative at all, you would apologise for that performance. I apologise to the Council for the behaviour of the councillor in question. I apologise to Alderman Patterson and to other members who wanted to hear the debate and participate in it. It is unfortunate that someone who holds the office of group leader is unprepared to behave in a civilised or a dignified fashion. Lord Mayor.
Members, Una Crudden, who's a great friend, as you know, of the Council, and we very kindly united around a motion supporting her campaign against ovarian cancer. It's in the parlour, and I stepped out just for a minute to have a photo with her, and hoping that perhaps because the City Hall's lit up till and before the end of the night, some of our colleagues could do that as well. I regret in my absence that we've had apparently we have had argument. Alderman Patterson, will you take your seat while I'm speaking, please? Will you take your seat while I'm speaking? Thank you. Not at all, that's okay. So Too excited. Where are we?
Alderman Patterson is still speaking and moving her motion. A point was raised by Councillor McVeigh, and the Deputy Lord Mayor, in your absence, gave his ruling on that point. Clearly, if there is an issue of concern, Councillor McVeigh can raise it at committee, and we will get the appropriate legal advice at committee.
Okay.
But at the moment, Alderman Patterson remains to finish her notice of motion.
Alderman Patterson, will you take your feet and continue your remarks? Yes.
But before I was so rudely, disgracefully interrupted, and may I just send my sincere apologies to Mr. David Jeffries at this moment in time for the rudeness and the ignorance of the individual who sits opposite me in this chamber. He had no right to interrupt me. I was delivering my motion. This is a good motion. David Jeffries is a man that we should respect and adhere to. And yet you chose your moment. Oh boy.
Alderman Patterson, address your comments through the chair, please. And if you wish to criticise other councillors, please do, but address it. Alderman Patterson, address your comments through the chair. Thank you.
Okay. David is professional in everything he does.
The motion will be referred to the Strategic Policy and Resources Committee for consideration. That concludes the meeting. The parlour is open and our friend Una Crudden is in the parlour. Thank you.
This is the new normal.